Hi, Professor. I just wanted to talk about the things that I learned during the project and overall speak to you about my experience during it. I think that it was interesting that we decided to switch it from the fish pond project over to the chicken project that seemed to be mostly related to just the scope of the fish project was a little bit too big, and the getting approval from the people who own the house was going to be difficult just because they were living up in China, and it was quite difficult to communicate with them. There's obviously a language barrier there as well, which we did have a workaround for. We were going to use one of the Japanese members of our household to um, relay messages back and forth, but it ended up being something that wouldn't be able to happen in a month and a half. So switching it to the chicken project was good because I thought it was something that was a little more in me and my friends' area of expertise, having been Chick-fil-A workers and just going around chicken because it's one of the cheaper foods that you can make things with, so the profit margins are crazy, and just the high concentration of chicken restaurants as well made it a little bit of an interesting point for us. And then some of the important things that I picked up during the LinkedIn Learning courses was limiting project scope. I found that to be extremely crucial. Some of my friends would bring up things like, hey, what if we rate all of the different drinks, like add in more metrics, and things like that would turn the project into something that would take way longer than previously expected. I made sure to stick very clearly to the scope that I had set up early in the project within that first meeting with Josh and Shane. I'm very glad that we set it up and to spread out the work over the month and a half period. We did get a little bit of a late start. We should have started earlier in March, back when we had the fish pond project, but there was obviously those issues, and it worked out really well, having spreading 2 or 3 restaurant visits every week and then leaving at least 2 or 3 weeks to do all the project shooting and editing. I feel like I've gotten a lot better in front of a camera over my time. Like you probably remember my midterm vlogs. They were semi low quality, and they were just shot in my friend's office, and now I'm shooting at my house with better lighting, and I'm actually able to look into the camera. So that's honestly one of the big benefits that I've gone over. Just I had a bunch of presentations as well. I've been getting very comfortable on video, and I'm hoping that with this video coming out about the food review, that it could be the start of a successful YouTube channel. Me and my friends have wanted to start a video channel like that of some sort, just documenting different things that we do, different things that we become interested in. And my friends are somewhat like-minded to me, and we like taking on little projects and seeing them out. And I'm glad that this one worked out the way it did. So the 5 things that I learned from doing this project, in the end, it was that limiting project scope is crucial. All execution needs to be set up around the project goals. Projects involving outside stakeholders need much more time than in-house production. As soon as we limited it to our friends, it became a lot easier to coordinate and make plans and get things done that we needed to get done without having to contact anybody outside of the group. It's super difficult to do a project by yourself, and having a good team is very impactful. I wouldn't have been able to do this without a friend helping me edit. Josh and Shane were giving me really good insight into what we should set up the metrics to be. Just being able to discuss it with my group was awesome. I don't think I would have been able to do it without them. And then the last thing I learned was, if you do something that you're passionate about, it's barely work. This project was really fun, and we would have done a lot of the things that we were going to do anyway. Like, we would have gone to different chicken restaurants anyway. Probably not the same way we would have gone about it, though. Like, I don't think we would have hit all 10 or collected real data. But we were able to do all that, and overall, I think it was a very, very valuable experience for me and the people involved. Although mostly they were just on ratings team, and a few select people were helping with the actual project.